YouTube, what's up? It's Monday morning, and this is the 23rd episode of the Side Hustle of the Day. Hope you enjoyed your weekends. So, as I'm trying to decide what exactly to talk about today, I find myself being kind of shifted towards and just compelled to talk about another one of these bigger picture, not just a specific person or side hustle, and that is the retail arbitrage game. So if you're a Gary Vee fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you have any type of experience buying low, selling high, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you don't, this will be new information for you. If you do, stick around anyway. For the most part, if you're looking up these type of videos, the algorithm has eventually probably showed you a Kevin David, ad where the guy, the skinny white guy that comes out of his Lamborghini and he's, there's the guy in his garage in his Lamborghini. This is like after Tai Lopez. Tai Lopez, he used to do that for a while. Then you have this guy that sells, the T-Rex skulls or some mugs or something, and then Kevin David is everywhere. He comes out of his Lambo and his big house and the theatrical intros that I made fun of from the very first episode of this. And then now, as of late, even more so, you're seeing the chubby white guy who gets out of his Volkswagen and is like, "Hey, I'm getting out of my exotic car. Oh no, I'm not." That kind of thing. But anyway, I don't know what their courses are about, but they all revolve around Amazon FBA, where they teach you how to be an Amazon reseller and whatever. And I find it interesting and more interesting actually as time goes on, because I'm just intrigued by this old. For me, it's like an old activity. I was doing this, and anybody that's close to me that I still talk to can validate this. But I used to buy things as a kid, like Pokemon cards or PSP games, and Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance stuff, and buy, sell, and before I actually knew what it was, like what the name for it was just basically I bought something. I bought this Coach wallet for X amount. I'm going to sell it for twice as much because I got a good deal on it, or it was a clearance item or whatever. So last night I was actually watching a solid hour and a half of videos. I found these crazy cool people like the Bearded Picker and Rise and Grind and all these other channels, where if you just, and I'll just pull it up right now because I did it for you guys, if you just YouTube retail arbitrage, or even like a specific store, or for instance what I'm talking about today is eBay, because I'm not much for Amazon just yet. That's kind of a bigger commitment. You start finding some really, like I watched these guys flipping profits, husband and wife. They were a little interesting. Where's Bearded Picker at? There's tons of videos, lots of great information in a lot of these videos. There's Gary Vee, actually, speak of the devil. And the cool thing about that is that it really works. You have to just put the time into it like anything else, right? So, and I've done this, and I do this not regularly, semi-regularly, because who doesn't like finding a good deal, right? And I love eBay. It's still, and has been, it's legitimately the OG of online selling and buying and shopping and such. So I use that more than anything. I don't sell anything on Amazon. I just buy stuff. But selling stuff from like Xbox One games to a lot of the tech stuff that I don't use anymore on eBay. I've been talking about it for weeks now. And then as of late, going to the clearance sections at Walmart or Target or whatever, even when you're going to buy things that you're already like there for, like legitimately, just kind of peruse around a little bit and see what you can find. And one of the really cool hacks that I found specifically for Walmart is, and I'm sure this is for all the stores, if you just open the app, the Walmart app, download it from the App Store, whatever, Android, Apple, and open it up when you get to the store, and it becomes your personal assistant. So it'll turn yellow and say shopper's assistant or assistant at the top. And then you can scan the items in that store. And believe it or not, they vary drastically from store to store, even if it's just a mile, 5 miles down the road. Sometimes what's on clearance for a specific price at one store is completely different, higher, maybe even lower at another store. So you'll find these ticketed items, and Walmart's got so many things that they can't possibly get to all the items, right? So even if it already says clearance and it's $10, it's originally 30, you scan it with the Walmart app and it's actually $1 or $5. You're like, okay, well, let's just then go into the eBay app, and I've talked about this before as well, see what that similar item has sold for or completed, and get some data, start writing these things down, and kind of get an idea of like, oh, if I buy 5 of these, I spend, say, it's $5 each, whatever it is, $20, $25, depending on how much it is, plus tax. Maybe incorporate some shipping in there in your head, and like I can make an easy whatever, sell it for whatever it's going for. I can make an easy $100 or whatever, and you just invested 20, 25 bucks. That's just one example, and I actually did that today. I went to go get something from Walmart, and I was like, you know what? I was watching those videos. Let me go just peruse around the store. Nowhere really to be. Sit with my Starbucks, walking down the aisle, and I see a really cool. I left it in the car, otherwise I'd show it. Bluetooth, it's like a AC Bluetooth adapter where you basically connect your, if you have any kind of fan or air conditioning window unit or something, to this dongle, and then you Bluetooth the app to your phone, and then you can change the settings from your phone without having to be like a smart fan or a smart AC unit. I was like, okay, cool. They go for about $40. They were on sale for 10, and I scanned it, and they were actually $3. So I went ahead and bought all four of them that I saw there. It was $3. It was like $13 or $12.99, I think. And I posted them on eBay right there in the parking lot. There's been a lot of those already sold and completed literally within the last couple of days. So that's an easy potential $100+ off of 12. So that kind of stuff excites you, you know. And if you don't necessarily want to build, you know, a brand or start a product or build something from scratch, you can easily delve into the world of retail arbitrage and garage selling or whatever, and make some extra money whenever you've got some time, or do it while you're already shopping because you're already at the store, if it doesn't allow in your schedule to go outside of regular grocery store runs. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of today's conversation, today's side hustle idea. I got this idea originally when I was a little kid. I grew up in the country, and I would see people, you know, from the area, small town, just go house to house and farm to farm basically, and ranch to ranch, whatever, and ask, like, for instance, they'd ask my dad, hey, can we clean out your pasture? They were looking for scrap metal, you know, and they would, my dad be like, yeah, you know, or they would even offer like, hey, we'll pay you $20 to let us just kind of clean up your pasture basically, or your property, and you can take whatever we find, whatever we clean up. Yeah, totally. So they would then either we charge them nothing, or they'd give us a couple of bucks, and then they would then go sell it. They had, you know, take their time, the fuel, load up the trailer, all the work that goes into it, the time to travel. But they might get a couple $100, and it costs them absolutely nothing but their time. And if they're already not doing anything else, or they're doing something else on top of that, then you just added to your wallet, you know? So there's a lot of creative ways to make money. And I know a lot of people that watch this, it may know me eventually, because I'm not promoting this channel yet to people I know. I want it to grow organically like it's starting to, and it's awesome. They've heard me talk about this, and a lot of them they're very hesitant, or they just don't want to do it. You know, there's something about it that they don't like. They're not into it, which I get it. You know, it's totally cool if you're not into it. But if you're kind of into the idea, but you're not doing it because you have some kind of weird, like, internal just demon, some internal something telling you not to do it, I would just ignore that and go for it. It's a fun, interesting thing to do. You can do it with anything: books, mugs. Just at the very least, Gary Vee's probably one of the most famous people doing this. Go watch his trash talk videos, and then just start researching retail arbitrage, eBay or Amazon or FBA, and see what you can find. I think I've ranted enough for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, this time with a specific person doing a specific thing that might motivate somebody that wants to do the same type of side hustle. See you guys tomorrow. Enjoy Mondays. Like this, subscribe, notification bell, all of the fun YouTube stuff that you're supposed to do. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.